What's up guys, Mr. Fineline here, coming to you from San Juan, Puerto Rico. I'm here for the San Juan Beauty Show, but I'm excited. I've been waiting for the special moment to open up this special package from Andis Clippers. I know it's inside. It's the Master Cordless, something we've been working on for literally years and testing and whatnot, and I've used only prototypes at this point, so this is finally the official box, the official package of the brand new Master Cordless. So let's open it up. Get that open there. The first thing I see is this pretty cool pin. It's a Master Cordless pin. And the back has a little stand, says "Rise and Master Your Craft" for Andis. So the big idea behind this whole Master Cordless campaign is, you know, this is for the masters. This is for the people that are really, you know, looking to be masters in the hair world, both as barbers and stylists. So definitely, again, master your craft. Some of the specs on here: lithium-ion battery, 90 minutes of runtime, 60 minutes of charge. It weighs 30% less than the original Master. Another really cool thing that we're going to talk about is the fact that it has a constant speed technology. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a second. Obviously, you know, it's a rotary motor, which is different from the traditional Master's magnetic motor, but we're going to talk about how the speed hasn't been compromised. Obviously, it's a cordless, again, Master Cordless, but the cordless feature is really important too, so we're going to talk about that. So here it is, finally. That's the packaging right there. You guys can be expecting, whoever's looking to purchase this, it's going to be the same thing. And there it is, man. Long time waiting. It's literally barber history in the making right here. So let's open her up. Now, one thing as I open this up that I recommend to everybody out there is take care of the box, keep the box, alright? Not just because this may be like a collector's item down the road, but also because if there's ever an issue, and I always get people tell me, oh, I had an issue with this, with that, you know, if there's ever an issue and you need to send this back to Andis, you want to keep the box. It makes the process a lot easier. So, alright, so let's open her up. There she is, man. The Master Cordless by Andis. Man, you know what? Just right off the bat, it feels so light. You know, I've tested the prototypes, but even this feels, I think, lighter than some of the testing models that we've had. But there you have it. Same body type as the corded version, same blades that we've grown to love. Okay, see that there, but missing the obvious cord. So if you notice, one of the things I keep saying is it's the Master Cordless, it's not the Cordless Master. You know, one of the things that Andis expressed to me when coming out with this clipper is that it's still a Master. It's just a Master that happens to be cordless. So we don't want to call it the Cordless Master. The Master is still the focal point of the clipper. But, you know, more importantly, it has a real noticeable difference in weight. I actually have a weight, a scale here that we can use to weigh. This is actually my fishing scale. So let's just go ahead and get that out of the way now. And we'll weigh it. So the corded version comes out to be 22.6, just under 23 ounces. We'll get that off there. And then the cordless, the Master Cordless, I have to figure out a way to get on the scale here. All right, get the 0. Let's stick this in here so we can weigh it. And yeah, sure enough, 13.4 ounces. So big difference in weight for everybody out there who has complained about the weight and what a difference it makes. So right off the bat, a lot lighter. So anyways, let's take this off. This tells us don't turn on the clipper until it's fully charged, but I'm excited, so we're gonna turn it on. All right. Another thing I want to point out is the quality of the stand. The actual stand itself is real heavy. You know, a lot of the cordless clippers before would have kind of like flimsy stands. And one of the things that I told Andis is, look, you know, these little flimsy stands, kind of like when we're working in actual real time at the barbershop, they fall over and whatnot. So we need a nice sturdy stand. So this is a nice sturdy stand, firm, and not only is it practical, but it actually looks really good, aesthetically pleasing on your station. So the presentation is everything. Nice Andis kind of badge here, really cool. So that's what you have in the front of the box. And let's open this up. Also, another thing that's really important is your warranty information. Keep that. You're gonna be investing, you know, a decent amount of money on this clipper. You definitely want to make sure that you take advantage of Andis' warranty. They have some of the best warranty out there. It pretty much, if anything happens, you know, keep this. Make sure that, you know, you have it. Like I said, keep the box. So if something happens, you can send it back. And it just makes it so much easier if you keep that box. So, what else? We got this packaging here. I imagine that this is a charging cable. Yep. Charging cable and some oil. Alright, so you better open that up when you get a chance. Another good thing that I noticed about this when we were testing this tool was the quality of the actual cable. So it's a lot like the cable that you use for your TL liner. The plug is actually the same. So for me, what I like to do is in my station, I like to avoid having a lot of different cables, and I'll kind of like zoom in here so you can see a little better. It's a nice, good quality cable. And but one of the things I like to do, since it's similar, it's pretty much the same plug as the TL liner cordless trimmer. I'll just have one plugged into my station, so it avoids having so many wires, and it just plugs right into the back here of the tool. So let me see if I can plug this in here. All right. So when we're charging, you'll see that the tool, the charging base, will kind of have like a pulse, like that blue pulse. Alright, that's how you know it's charging. Once it's fully charged, that blue pulse will turn solid. Right? Also, when you're using the tool, you'll have this light indicator here. So you can see right now it's red. That means it needs to be charged. So I'll zoom in there a little bit. That means that the tool needs to be charged. And then normally it'll be blue. So when it's red, that's an indicator you have a little bit of time left on the charge. You need to put it back on the stand. And so it goes right back on there, as you can see. And we're charging again, right? So right off the bat, I haven't oiled this, so it sounds a little bit loud. I need to put some of this oil on there. But right off the bat, you could tell, man. I mean, you feel the power right away. So again, going back to some of the specs. First thing I want to talk about is the speed. So it's a rotary motor tool, and typically rotary motors don't have the same blade speed as a magnetic motor tool like the traditional Master, right? But in this particular case, the cordless Master, or the Master Cordless, as I say, so I gotta get used to it. The Master Cordless, a lot like the cordless TL liner, has the same speed as its magnetic counterpart. So basically, what does that all mean? That means that the one thing that was, I guess, seen as like the downside of a rotary motor tool is that it's not as fast, so you can't work at the same pace. Well, you don't have that with this tool. The same way you don't have that problem with the cordless TL liner. It's going to work just as fast. So for those of us that have been using Masters for so long for that speed, you're going to have that same advantage. The other thing that I want to talk about is it also has this constant speed technology. So pretty much constant speed technology sounds like just something that sounds fancy, but in reality, the constant speed technology, I asked them, when I heard it, I asked the engineers, what is this constant speed technology? What are you guys talking about? So pretty much what they told me was that inside, they actually have an upgraded computer chip, so to speak. And so basically what it does is that it varies, it has the ability to vary the speed of the blade depending on the hair type. So what they want is the speed of the blade to be constant. So if you've ever had a clipper that when you're working through like thin hair, it works at a particular speed, and then when you're cutting somebody's hair that's thick and coarse, you kind of feel it like sluggish, like little kind of like that whole deal. Well, what this does is that it has the technology to be able to make up for that added stress and added workload, and speed up the blade in that scenario, so that you won't notice a change in speed. So pretty much whether you're working with thin hair, coarse hair, wet hair, whatever, you're gonna get the same cutting performance. So really cool. Another thing that I always tell everybody, when you buy a clipper, always look in the back of the box. You know, pretty much here in the back of this box, it tells you the type of performance, the control, the speed. In this case, it's pretty much top notch in both scenarios. It's telling you it has good speed, good performance. But the important thing here is that it tells us what kind of hair types is this good for. And in this case, it's all. If any of you have a master, a traditional master lying around, look in the back of your box of the master and see what it says when it comes to hair types. It's not going to say all. Now, the reason why this tool is good for all types of hair is because of that rotary motor. So that's very big. So yeah, guys, I mean, this is pretty much what you guys are going to be getting. Like I said, awesome tool. The other big thing about it is that it doesn't get hot, right? Again, having that rotary motor inside, it doesn't get hot like, you know, some people complain that the traditional master does. I've never had a big deal. It's never been a big deal for me that the master gets a little hot. I typically only use my master for fading, which is how I've been using the Master Cordless now. But again, the two big things were the master gets hot and the master's heavy. Well, guess what? It's no longer heavy, as you can see, and it doesn't get hot anymore. So you know, be on the lookout. If you're thinking about this tool, trust me, I've been testing it now for almost 2 years. It's awesome. I literally retired on my station my corded version of the master, and I've been using this. And when Andis had sent us back the prototype, I was like, if you send me another one, you know, because I'm so used to just using it on my clients. One last thing before I let you guys go is that it is corded and cordless. Okay, it does have both features. Now, why is that important? If you ever are using the tool, right, and it's gonna run out of battery, that red light turns on, you can plug it back in. You saw that? Turn it off, right? Or unplug it. It's red. As soon as I plug that cord in, it goes back to being blue, because what happens is that with this tool, it's corded and cordless. What that means is that all I have to do if I'm running out of battery is plug it back in, and now it pretty much becomes a corded clipper. So that's important for anybody that's worried about, you know, what if I'm using it and it runs out of battery? How am I going to finish the haircut? Just unplug it. Okay, unplug it from the stand. All right, plug it in, and we're back to going to work. So, anyways, that's Mr. Fineline here with my unboxing of the Cordless Master. For my next video, I intend on doing a haircut and showing you guys this baby in action. And I'm excited for you guys to see that, because that's when it really shines. So again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure, if you like this video, to subscribe to the channel. We'll have a lot more content coming soon.